Morning, lovely people. It's so good to see all of you happy faces back again. So, talk of the town Indian Motor Vehicles Act, traffic challan, traffic checking, how much fine did I pay, how much fine did the other guy pay, etc. 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 So, I've been getting a lot many queries about the latest Indian Motor Vehicles Act, and people do ask me what are my views about it and whether I am in support of it or not. So, let's break this down. So the first question that comes to your mind is what exactly is the Indian Motor Vehicles Act? The Indian Motor Vehicle Act was introduced in the year 1914, which was a central legislation passed by the British rule in India. Motor vehicles were introduced in India towards the end of the 19th century, and the 1914 Act was the first one to regulate their use. The Indian Motor Vehicles Act, which was introduced in 1914, saw many amendments which were introduced in the year 1920, 24, subsequently in 2016 and 2017 as well. The latest amendment comes in the year 2019, and we want to talk about it right now. So the second question is, why is it in so much hype these days? The previous amendments of the Indian Motor Vehicle Act did not see much changes. The 2019 version of the Indian Motor Vehicles Act sees a surge in the penalty prices, which is a move to crack down on thousands of traffic violators in the country. So let's move ahead and see what exactly are the changes in the 2019 version of the Indian Motor Vehicles Act and what are the revised penalty charges. So these are the major changes that happened in the Indian Motor Vehicles Act 2019 amendment, and if you do not have any of your documents ready, then probably this is a good time that you should do it right now, because instead of paying a hefty fine, you should get your documents ready. That's what I feel. Well, if you ask me my views on the 2019 amendment of the Indian Motor Vehicles Act, I would totally support the government in this, because by this move they are trying to create a fear of the penalties that you get while violating any of the traffic rules, and which eventually will lead to less number of traffic violations, thus decreasing the amount of accidents which happen daily on the Indian roads. Now, I'll be putting forward some incidences which happened over the course of the last 7 days, from which the Motor Vehicles Act 2019 amendment came into effect. The first one being in Noida, probably. The Honda Activa rider was fined somewhere around 23,000, and he deposited his bike and got a new one. Well, in that case, if the bike's value was not at par with the challan amount that you got, probably it was a nice thing to do. Go ahead and do that, no issues at all, and you get a new motorcycle or a new vehicle, and with that you will be getting proper documents of it, so you're having a fresh start. Okay, that's fine. However, the next thing which I'm going to say is, recently, 2 or 3 days back, a Hero Honda Splendor rider was fined some amount, a hefty amount, because he was not carrying any documentation, because of which he got agitated and he burnt down his vehicle on the road itself. Now, for that, I would totally not be in support of that guy. First, he created a nuisance on public roads by setting his bike on fire, which could have hampered the ongoing traffic and could have injured somebody else. Now, he wasted public resources while the fire brigade was called in and the fire was taken into control. Third, this could have been averted if he had the proper documents: driving license, pollution certificate, insurance, and the registration certificate, and probably carrying your helmet. Now, we need to get to the core of this. Why is this being done in India as a whole? First, the helmet rule is mandatory because it saves your head. It's you who are going to be saved. They are not trying to, extract money because of no reason. First. Now, second, the pollution certification. Now, this is done to check the amount of pollution that your vehicle emits while it's running on traffic roads. It's done in order to keep our environment healthy. Third is the insurance, which again is for your benefit, because in case you have any accidents, the company would pay some amount for your benefit. Now, some of you have put forward the right argument that the penalty charges in India are at par with those in USA. However, the road conditions are not the same. Well, I agree to that, and the government is slowly taking baby steps to improve that as well, and eventually it'll also go away in a few more years, so we have to wait till that. So the whole point of all this discussion is that the mentality in India has to change. You are supposed to wear your helmet not to show it to the police, but save your head in times of an accident. You are supposed to have your insurance documents ready so that in case of an accident, the insurance company gives you your rightful claims. You are supposed to have your pollution documents so that you know that your vehicle is not causing any environmental pollution, not just to show it to the police and get away through the fines. You are supposed to carry your registration documents of your vehicles, because if you don't, it probably means that you have stolen someone else's bike. That's what I feel about all this. So that was my view about the 2019 Indian Motor Vehicles Act amendment. I am sure your views might differ from mine as well, because it's my personal view. You are free to have your views. So let me know your thoughts on the Indian Motor Vehicle Act in the comment section below. I will be happy to answer all of your queries. And if you still have some more queries, then do hit me up on Instagram at @biker.imperfect. ID अभी screen पे आ रहा होगा. I hope you like this small video, and if you do so, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Biker Imperfect. So this is Biker Imperfect signing off till the next video. And as I always say, ride safe, ride with gears, live your dreams. Boom.